Okay, so this is a test of the first version of the Makespace Studio rig. So let's have a look. So here we go. I've got a desk with ATEM Mini Pro ISO. So 4-channel HDMI switcher, full recording capabilities, can also act as a webcam. So it's really neat. That's driving a little monitor here, so I can see all the different shots I can pick. And then in the background you can see a main camera, so that's based on a GH5, and on top of a microphone, but it's also built in as a teleprompter, so I can look directly at the camera and see all the shots. That's actually totally separate from the desk, so I could use it like I am now for myself, controlling and using the camera, or it could be wheeled somewhere else and someone else use it. So it's actually on 5 meters of HDMI cable there, so it's easy to move around. Obviously space for computer, but this computer is actually not connected to the desk, so this is streaming live to YouTube actually directly from the box via a little Netgear access point here. So actually there's no computer attached at the moment, but obviously you can attach a computer if you want, so like as one of the feeds. So you can see here there's one HDMI cable here, which is designed so you can, let's say the thing on the desk you want to be one of the feeds. And then we've got various adapters. So this is a USB-C adapter with power going into it, so you can just plug that into your computer and use that as an HDMI input. This is a lightning connector, so for example you can plug in an iPad. Again, it's powered, so the device that you're displaying there is still actually powered, which was something we learnt from our first tests. And then this is the USB-C cable, which either you can go into the computer to act as a webcam. So for example, if you were streaming to Zoom or something like that, you could feed this whole feed into Zoom, or actually you can plug it into something like a hard disk like this, and you can record the feed. And in fact you can actually record not only the output feed but also the raw 4 input feeds, so you can go and edit it later. So that's pretty cool. So so for example, let's say I want to add the computer as an input. I'm going to use a USB-C connection rather than just a straight HDMI connection. So I plug this in. So this could be any HDMI device, obviously, if I plug that in. So now my computer's just registering that. There we go. And now, for example, here's my screen. Okay, so as I say, so it's streaming directly from the box. The computer's actually not involved, but if you wanted to, take the input into Zoom or something, you could do that. Right, and also the nice thing about this desk, it's a sit-stand desk, so theoretically I can use this and stand. Probably more useful if I'm using it to film myself. If I'm patrolling for someone else, then probably I just want to keep it like this. What else can we do? Okay, so yeah, so this is one camera here, and obviously one camera here. I've actually got 3 cameras connected up. So here's the other one, and here you can see underneath the desk. Just to give you an idea of what's going on. So the desk upstairs is nice and clear, but underneath you've got, let's say that's the Wi-Fi access point. You've got all the power supplies. So this side is mostly all the power supplies. And in fact this whole desk is being powered. In fact the only connection into this desk is just a single 5 meter power cable. So that's the only thing you need to plug in. And then if we go to the other side, this is basically 4 HDMI cables plus an extra, the white one's actually a return, so you can go to the display like a teleprompter. And each of these HDMI cables also has a 12 volt barrel cable attached, which is really cool. So for example, one of these connectors, so this is one of the camera connectors here, you can see this cable here is both the HDMI and the DC power going to the cable. So even the 3 cameras are actually desk. So that's really neat. So to power up the cameras, whatever cameras they are, you just plug in these umbilical cord cables that have HDMI and take 12 volts. You plug them in and they're all powered off this main desk as well. So there's no power cables at all in this setup apart from the single one to the main desk. And each of those cords, at the moment I've got set up as 5 meters. So really easy to set up and plug in whatever cameras you want. There we go.